Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk. I'm your host, Saieed Ali, a spiritual consultant and real estate businessman. Remember, for those of you that are having spiritual problems, feel free to contact me at 339-1670. Those of you who have properties to sell or looking for property to buy, you can also contact me. If you lend your friend and your family your hard-earned cash, or a company is owing you, you did work for them, you have an agreement with them, and they own you your hard-earned cash, you know you have workers to pay, hardware to pay, feel free to get in touch with us. 339-1670 or 238-6716. I want to say a special good night to you viewers of Real Talk in Trinidad and Tobago, of the Caribbean and around the globe. Those of you that are on our page, Real Talk with Saieed Ali page, like and share as we go live. Encourage your friends and your family to like and share our page. You know, let them know, well, hey, this is the #1 current affairs program in Trinidad and Tobago. On this platform, you could call in, you could voice your concern, you could get help in different ways. So feel free to do that, viewers. Let them know that we are on air from 7 to 8 p.m. on Synergy TV with a rerun the following day at 11 a.m. So viewers, feel free to tell them that. You know, it gives me great pleasure to come here night after night after night, to give you news, to give you videos of incidents that are happening throughout the country. You know, things that are taking place in Parliament, things that you are not aware of, educating you, the public. That is our job here at Real Talk Studios. To educate you, to let you know, well, hey, you should be doing this. This is your rights. This is your power. You know, we live here in a society where we need to know what we are about. How do we go about our daily life? What does the government have to offer us? What are our power? What are our opportunities? What is our rights as a citizen in Trinidad and Tobago? How do I stand up for my rights? We educate you and we teach you all night after night, Monday to Friday. So I thank you for joining us tonight, viewers. But as we start off tonight, Police Commissioner Gary Gifford has refuted claims that all illegal guns in this country enters through illegal port of entry. He said evidence has indicated that some of the illegal weapons comes in through legal ports. Commissioner Gifford made a statement at today's police media briefing.
So my point is, if there are 1,000 firearms that we seize annually, if it is at just one container, one crate can probably bring 2 times that amount in just one night. And it will leave the port, get onto the streets, and when these thousands of firearms are distributed throughout the country and they use these firearms to kill persons, guess who is blamed again?
He suggested that the police service gets involved in the operation at the ports to ensure that the illegal weapons do not make it on the streets.
We need to find a way to block down our ports to prevent these weapons entering the country by leaving the ports. Are the scanners being used? Do we have a proper system to ensure that that we can prevent it? The Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, just for information, we have absolutely no authority, no input, no involvement in the ports whatsoever.
Now, viewers, I want you to call in 238-6716 and give us some ideas. Give us some ideas on how do you think TTPS or the Ministry of National Security should clamp down on illegal guns entering in our country. What do you have to say about this? Now remember, I always pushing for no bail for illegal firearm. That is my thing. I wear that right through. Because illegal firearm, it will rob us, it will kill us. It is dangerous to human being. This is a weapon. And if you do not have the proper training and the proper license to carry a firearm, it is illegal. It is illegal. So remember, viewers, just train a little bit. Remember, we have our fundraising drive where we are trying to raise $10 million to build the very first in-house rape crisis center Rape Crisis Rehabilitation Center. That is what we want to build in Trinidad and Tobago. And I need your help in building it. Now, I'm asking you to contribute for a cause. For a cause. This is what we are contributing to. Because when our wives and our daughters and our sisters and our grandmothers get raped, they have no other place to go where they can go and spend a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a rehabilitation center. There is none of that in Trinidad and Tobago. And Real Talk is asking you, the public, is asking human beings, organizations, Trinidad, Tobago, up the Caribbean, it doesn't matter where you're from, contribute. Now, I said for the Trinidadians here, we local people, we need 7,000 people to contribute 1,500. If you all contribute 1,500, 7,000 people, we will be able to have the $10 million to build this Rape Crisis Rehabilitation Center. Now, like I said, if you contribute 1,500 and over, you have the opportunity of winning a car. Kia Cerato is one of many cars we are giving away. It is over $150,000. It is fully loaded. Secondly, if you contribute from $1,000 to $1,500, you can win an all-inclusive trip to Tobago for you and your loved ones. You know, get away with the husband and the wife, the boyfriend or the girlfriend, even grandma and grandpa. Get away for the weekend, enjoy it in Tobago, you know. It will be nice. It will be nice. So we have the car as a giveaway. We have the trip to Tobago as a giveaway. And for those who cannot meet the 1,500 and over or the $1,000, there's a beautiful jet bead and gold set for you. A nice chain, a handband, and a pair of earrings. So make a contribution. Make a contribution. This will be the very first Rape Crisis Center in Trinidad and Tobago where the victim can go. You can come and stay. Now, like I said, for many people have been asking, how the maintenance would be done. I've been on it 2 years and never asked nobody for anything. All I'm asking you to do is just to contribute in building the center. That's all I'm asking you. That is all I'm asking you. And now this is not a political thing. If the politicians past and present want to contribute, it's not a problem. It is not a problem. I will welcome your contribution. But I just want you to know this is a political thing. This is not something that I say I will promise you today and 4 years down the road we ain't seen that promise materialize, you know. No. Now raising $10 million, it wouldn't fall from the sky just so. If 10 companies decide to contribute $1 million each, well, like I said, Lord, it fall from the sky. You know, but so just to show you, we did a 3D animation background of the back of the building as a landscape. Now what you are seeing on screen is this is how the back of the building would look. This is part of the landscape. Now when you look at that, when you step out of the center and you walk onto a landscape like that, it would blow your mind. In your mind, it will tell you that, you know, life didn't just die with me being raped. I could move on. I could come together. I could gather my senses. Yes, you will have the pain. Yes, it will be shattered. But the atmosphere, by people encouraging you, me being there, helping you out, it would bring a sense back to you that, yes, I can go forward. So I'm asking you to contribute to this center. Like I said, I have a contractor. He is doing an animated 3D design of how the building would look. I have already provided the land for you. The land is in Palmas, 5 lots of land. In Palmas area is $800,000 for a lot of land, $700,000, and I have provided the land there. All I need is to raise $10 million from the public or the business-wise, or ministers, or senators, organization, come together. That is what we need in order to build from foundation to finish. So feel free to contribute. As we go on tonight, feel free to call in, drop in your comments, 2386716. Let me hear what you have to say. So according to the commissioner now, the guns are not just coming through the illegal entry port, but they are also coming through the legal port. And how do you think we, as citizens, or the Ministry of National Security and the Coast Guard can work hand in hand to stop this? Caller, good night.
Hello, good night.
Go right ahead.
Assalamu alaikum. Saeed,
Yes?
apparently nothing is going well in this place, you know. The whole a big drug lord son with a firearm and seizures recently, right? Last week. And he get bail $17,000.
Wow.
They found it in his house. And I don't know, apparently the law doesn't mean anything.
I understand what you're saying.
The law doesn't mean anything. $17,000 he got bail. Okay.
Thank you, my friend. You see, now we need to get serious in Trinidad and Tobago. The judges, the lawyers who stand up for these individuals and them, and on top of that, the Minister of National Security, the Coast Guard, we need to get serious. Now, like I say, we have police stations in districts. We have substations for police. But yet we have drug blocks. We have cocaine blocks running through Trinidad and Tobago. So what is the use of the police? What is the use of the police if we still have drug blocks running in Trinidad? Now, there are hard-working officers who are trying to conquer the drug trade, the gun trade, the marijuana trade in Trinidad, you know. I am not bashing all police. They are the good ones. They are the ones who signed up to make a change in Trinidad and Tobago. Why it is we cannot clamp down on drugs in an area? Why? Why is that? Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Ali.
Go right ahead.
I have some suggestions for the Commissioner of Police here.
Uh-huh.
The first is that we need to get the government to bring in some scanners to scan the containers when they're coming out from the boat. And we must have a police and all the water entries to go through the scanners with the custom officers.
Thank you, my friend.
Then also. Thank you, sir.
Well said, well said. So, staying on the gun now, listen this. A reward of $25,000 have been offered to anyone with information on the murder of 2-year-old Anaya McLeod and her father, Stephen McLeod. McLeod was shot dead by gunmen along with her father in Tunapuna last Friday. Police Commissioner Gary Gifford made an announcement earlier today. He said the information can be sent to Crime Stoppers.
The Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, we take this opportunity today to inform the public that we are putting out a $25,000 reward for information that can assist us in trying to pinpoint the perpetrator of that heinous act whereby the 2-year-old was killed along with her father.
Now, viewers, this is just 2 murders among thousands of murders that happen in Trinidad, among hundreds of murders over the years. And we don't just need reward, not just for this incident, right? Not because it is a 2-year-old, we would come out and do this and do that and do that. But what about other individuals who have been murdered in cold blood? Because a couple days back they had a protest somewhere up in Port of Spain, and the mother of the 2-year-old came out and tell them, don't mama guide the kind of protest. Don't use the 2-year-old as a scapegoat. No. And I gave her right. I gave her right for telling them that, yes, I could understand the pain and the hurt. As a parent, I could understand that, the loss of a child. But we need, TTPS needs, Crime Stoppers need to bring out reward for robberies and murders and kidnapping and housebreaking so people could come forward. They can come forward and give information. You see, as long as the people know that there's a reward for X, Y, and Z, they will come out and share information. They would come out and do that, and that is what we need. Not just for one incident. So, the reward for the perpetrators and them is good, but we need other rewards. We need other reward, and hopefully the commissioner could talk with the Minister of Finance. Talk to the Minister of Finance. Hey, we need an allocation. Crime Stoppers need an allocation. In order for we to put a dent in crime in Trinidad and Tobago, there have to be rewards. Because no citizen is coming out just so and giving information. And next thing you know, is police or bandit breaking down their door. They're not going to do that. And especially to get a door break down for free is a hard thing. It's a hard thing. Updates. New bar time. Updated regulation have been issued today stipulating an 8 a.m. opening hours for bars and casinos. This is after a loophole was found. Reports claimed that owners of some of these businesses would close at 10 p.m. as stipulated by the regulations and reopen 2 hours later after midnight as a new beginning. What? That is strategy. You're closing 10 o'clock and you're opening 1 o'clock. You're opening early in the morning. Yeah? That is strategy. You're closing off 10 o'clock for Monday. You open Monday morning, 10 o'clock in the morning, till 10 o'clock in the night. 2 hours pass. It's Tuesday morning, you're opening early Tuesday morning and the jamming continue. That was our strategy. The updated regulation are dated June 25th and was signed off by the health minister yesterday. So all bar owners who thought about using that strategy, well, I guess you just got busted. You just got busted. But nevertheless, now, bars reopening back. All well and good for the business owners. But we are going to have a big problem. Why am I saying that? Loud music will start back. With the heart patients, with the cancer patients, with the people studying for exams, with the people with heart problems. You know, the auntie, the tanty, the neighbors complaining about loud music in the area, and the barman have some kind of connection in the station, and he is shutting down. And when the neighbor calling the station now, the police answering you, and they say, well, you know, we can't do nothing for that. Get your bloody hell out of the station and go by the barman and shut him down. How many of us are going to have that problem? I know a lot of bars, and I'm not against the businessman, you know. I am totally not against your business. Understand what I'm saying? Because if you didn't have a bar, and you was living next to a bar, or 2 houses or 3 houses after the bar, and you want to sleep 2 o'clock in the morning, and you're hearing the roof making noise in your house, and your louvers shaking, and it will irritate you? And it will irritate you? So the EMA now, the EMA in Trinidad and Tobago for noise pollution, they need to get their act together. Not because you're going by the barman, there's a popular bar, and you sit down and you're sipping your beer, and you're watching the pretty girls and them in their 2-piece. That doesn't mean to say you and the barman is friend, you know. It means to say, do your bloody hell work. Otherwise, send in your resignation. You say, we have too much of friends. The ASP might come and sit down in the bar, and you and the barman, you might get a free beer. You understand? And if you're drinking stout or Hennessy, well, you got free 1 or 2 shots. That's why when they had a call in, tell them, well, you know, we can't do nothing. But we had enough of that. What is the police in the district doing about the barman with loud music? This is where the Commissioner of Police comes in, and this is where the Attorney General comes in now for legislations. No loud music in bars. No loud music in bars. Watch me, I'm not against your business, you know. I am not against your business. But think about if you had a bar, if somebody was running a bar and you live in 2 or 3 houses down, what would happen? What would happen when your 2-year-old baby can't sleep in the night? And just how the bass hit the speaker, just so your 2-year-old bouncing. Think about that. I tell you where bars open, we go have a lot of bars discussion, you know. A lot of bars discussion and loud music. So as we move on tonight, Attorney General Faris Al-Rawi said, with the domestic violence registry, every single allegation or report of domestic violence must be entered into a computer system. This system, he explained, would be maintained by the Commissioner of Police. According to him, this is a private system which will be available to law enforcement. The Attorney General also noted that under this bill, a person can be granted a protection order at any time during day or night.
We now have the fact that if a person who is alleging domestic violence telephones a station, emails a station, arrives at a station, that electronic report is available across Trinidad and Tobago instantaneously.
So viewers, well done. I must thank the Commissioner of Police for bringing this out. I must thank the Attorney General for bringing the legislations in place. And you know, Real Talk have been pushing for things like this. You know, we push for the people. Those of you who look at Real Talk, you know I for legislations. You know I for bills. Because the magistrate now cannot say, well, you know, we do not have a legislation or a bill in place and I have no other choice but to grant your bail. So now, there are things in place now. So you have to be given a protection order whenever you ask for it. Because domestic violence is becoming rampant in Trinidad and Tobago. And where we saw an issue with domestic violence over the COVID-19 pandemic period in Trinidad and Tobago. So I want to thank them. You know, we always pushing for something to better the people. So listen to this now. Staying on domestic violence. Member of Parliament for Tabakit, Dr. Surajratan Rambachan, believe that the domestic violence registry should be made accessible to members of the public. He made a suggestion during the debate of the domestic violence bill in the House of Representatives on Wednesday. Under the new bill, domestic violence registry would only be available to the police alone.
What I have an issue with is that the register shall be accessible to police officers in each police station, but shall not be accessible to the public. And I think that is something that I would have liked to see. I like to see the public having access to this National Domestic Violence Register.
Caller, good night.
Yes, assalamualaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Tell me something about Guyana. The Caribbean leaders are laughing stock of the world. Them fellas can't check. A simple vote boy. Bring me one that.
Thank you, my friend. It's weeks now. Guyana have been trying to count their votes. Weeks now. And apparently, nobody seems to get it correct. Nobody. So apparently, Guyanese have been standing still. Still, I wonder how the central bank is functioning. I wonder how people are getting paid. Because if the bank stands still and they can't find a suitable party, what's going on? Who reading budget? Who is the prime minister? Who is the opposition? Who giving the orders to central bank? Who is the minister of finance? So viewers, do you think the public should know, according to Mr. Rambachan, do you think the public should have access to this database via computer or tablet or phone to know who have made a report on domestic violence? Do you think the public should have that information at hand? No, that's a very good point he's making there. I will tell you why. You know, nowadays, you have some young girls and them, as they hear they pick up a boy. Bang, bang, bang. Back home. I'm telling you. Bang, bang, bang. Back home. So, do you think the public should have information so the women and the young girls in society, before they hook up with this gentleman, you know, they will go into the domestic violence website or the app and type in this gentleman's name and info would come up with him concerning domestic violence? Do you think that is possible? Or do you think that that information would label individuals or put a stain on their name? Caller, good night.
Good night.
Go right ahead.
Mr. Saeed?
Yes, I could barely hear you, my dear.
Yeah.
Go right ahead.
Yeah, I just calling to find out when them licensing office go open, boy.
License office, they are open in fully, but you need to make an appointment in order to go to license office.
Okay.
Thank-
Okay then, thanks.
Thank you, my dear. So do you think that information should be made public? That is a discussion for another show. It's a very good point. It's a very good point, but there is more to go. They should create some kind of app or something so that any individual could log in. You know, they have some woman, they're like, man, they will beat man like that. So the males and all could be able to log in. Is Mary Jane on the list of domestic violence? Is she a husband beater or a boyfriend beater? Ting, 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 Mary Jane. No, Mary Jane not on the list. So Mary Jane is not a husband beater or boyfriend beater. You know, I could go and cuddle up with Mary Jane. All that is important. All them things is key factors that we should think about. Caller, good night.
Hi, Mr. Saeed.
Yes, my dear.
Saeed, sorry. Good night. First of all, you have a very interesting.
Thank you.
And I like where you bring facts. Now, it's a personal thing I want to ask you. Is there a way I could call you other than on the radio, on the TV?
Yes, take this number, 339-1670.
339-1670. Thank you so much, and God bless. And I like your outfit.
Oh, thank you, my dear.
Especially the blue one. Okay? All right, thanks.
Thank you, my dear. You know, I try to dress to impress, you know. But nevertheless, viewers, you know, I am really reaching out to you, and I'm really asking you to contribute to this drive, you know. This drive of raising funds to build this center. You know, a lot of lawyers called me from yesterday to today. A lot of lawyers called me and I said, Saeed, well done. Well done. I was like, well done with what? He said, well done with your show and well done with the Rape Crisis Center that you're going to build with the public help. Even they said, it's like, Saeed, that's like the only thing Trinidad and Tobago would benefit from. That is for the females it is also for the males, and there are no such center in Trinidad. One prominent lawyer even said to me, he said, Saeed, when you said last night, if anybody take your ideas, sting them up. He said, you have all rights to do that. He said, because government come and government go. And everybody is about the money. Everybody is about seeing what they could get. Everybody is about building a big house and a big swimming pool and moving with a Ferrari, a Range Rover. He said, whether they come or they go there, that is their thing. They want to see who could have more than who. He said, I would support you. I would support you. And he said, you're right. If anybody take your ideas, sting them up and I will stand with you in court. I was like, what? He said, yes. I said, no problem. So I have on TV now, I could say, anytime you take my idea, I could stink you up. And I'm going to have a prominent lawyer standing for me now in front of a magistrate. Or in front of a judge. I wouldn't mention his name, but he's there. Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Saeed.
Go right ahead, my friend.
Yeah, good night program. Mr. Saeed, I wanted to find out something. If you get a charge for breathalyzer, could you get a taxi badge?
If they charge you for breathalyzer?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could get a taxi badge, yeah, nothing wrong.
Okay. I just wanted to find out now because I have people saying you wouldn't be able to get because a certificate of character, once you have a charge, you wouldn't be able to get it.
Nah, man, it's a taxi badge.
Okay, then, thanks.
Thank you, my friend. A 33-year-old man has been arrested after he allegedly attacked a woman with a cutlass and threatened to shoot her. The 35-year-old woman made a domestic abuse report at the Gasparilla police station on Wednesday. The woman told police that around 3:40 p.m. she was dropping a man known to her at his residence in Whiteland. When they got into an argument, you got in a drop and you get into an argument? You bold face. He allegedly armed himself with a cutlass and dealt several blows to the woman about her body. He then threw gasoline inside the woman's vehicle. The man then allegedly attempted to set the car ablaze with a lighter. The man also reportedly took a brick and threw it towards the vehicle. The woman said she became fearful for her life after began running away from the scene. According to the victim's account, the man persuaded her and continued to beat her, and he also threatened to shoot her. Police launched an investigation into the reports surrounding the incident and arrested the man. A search warrant was executed at his home, and a Gamo air rifle was found. So he's not just a cutlass man, but also a gunman. The man could not proceed a firearm user's license, so he ended up getting an illegal firearm. The suspect is expected to be charged for the offense. Caller, good night.
Good night.
Go right ahead.
Okay, I have a little issue of influence. They have a land there. And it's police, the prison officers, and even quarry owners. They came on the land and they started tracking down and things. And they want to bully you. I want to know if it is what's in land, but I'm there for 20 years.
Caller, call me tomorrow at 339-1670. I am hearing what you're saying. It's something to do with land and police intervening in your land, but I did not hear you clearly, right? But call me tomorrow on 339-1670 and come and see me and we will talk further about it. I understand what you're saying, but not clearly. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley has announced 2 major solar projects that will generate solar energy in this country. The projects would be done at a cost on par, that is PAR, with current electricity price. Rowley made a statement yesterday as he delivered a feature address at the Energy Chamber's virtual Energy Efficiency and Renewable Conference titled Shaping the Caribbean Energy Future. Whoa, well, they move from oil, they move from gas. Good. He said the Roadmap to Recovery team recommended stimulating activities in the area of energy efficiency and setting ambitious targets for increased power generation from renewables. These projects form parts of an overall plan by the government to reduce carbon emission in the country by 2030. Well, that is a nice plan. That is a nice plan. But how much will it cost? How much will it cost? So viewers, before we go further, we're looking for Hollister halls. We're looking for Hollister halls. I would really like to name him the Music Man. I would really like to name him the Music Man. But apparently he's not a music man. So Mr. Halls, please contact us, 339-1670, or visit the Shogunas police station and ask for Corporal Phillips of the Shogunas CID. He is waiting patiently to meet you, and others are also waiting patiently to meet you. So, you know, as how we picture show being shown on TV, do not be on the run. Do not be on the run, because it will show tonight, it will show tomorrow night, and it will show the next night. Who ain't see tonight might see tomorrow, and who ain't see tomorrow will definitely see the next day. So be a kind gentleman and go to the Shogona CID and ask for Corporal Phillips. It is that simple, and clear your name of any wrongdoing. That is all you have to do. So now, viewers, I just want to step into the rental assistance grant for just a couple minutes. You blow the names and things? Nice. This gentleman received a letter to come and collect his rental assistance. Now, he is a landlord. He is a landlord. Social Development grant him 2 months' rent. It was paid for by Social Development to tenants who were renting from him. Good. Now, Social Development supposed to pay the rental assistant grant for 3 months, because that is what the ministers said. For 3 months. When he went in, collected the letter, he collected his check for $5,000. When he asked about the 3rd month rental, he told me, he said, Saeed, the people said all he is getting is 2 months rent. So how many landlords are like that in Trinidad that only collected 2 months rent? What about the 3rd month? He said, Saeed, these people told me that all I can get is 2 months and not 3 months. So that's $2,500 for the other month. So if 1,000, let's say 500 tenants only collected 2 months rent, and they did not get a 3 months rent, as was said by the minister, 500 multiplied by 2,500. What's going to happen? That's something like 2.5? Something like that? So just imagine, where did that extra month rent go to? Who did it go to? Because the government came out and said, we will pay the rental assistance for 3 months. But when the guy went into the office, they told him he will only get 2 months and not 3 months. How much we come up with? 1.25 million. Where did the rest go? Who is getting 1.25 million? Who is getting 1.25 million? Think about that. Think about that. And how much about 40,000 applicants they say so far? I believe it's 40. Just imagine that. And we only catered 500. Multiplied to 2,500. 1.25. So just imagine every 500 somebody pocket 1.25. I'm not saying the minister's pocketing it. I say somebody. 1.25. Where is the money going? Who is benefiting? The man said, he stand up for us and said, they say all they're getting is 2 months rent. You're not getting 3 months. I said, you sure? He said, yes, Saeed. He sent the letter for me and he sent the check for me. He said, that is all I get in. And when I inquired, they said, I have no more to get. I was like, wow. So I had to share that with you viewers. I just had to share it with you. So now, it leaves us to wonder. It leaves us to wonder how many people in Trinidad did receive. And is the figure that they are quoting, is that the correct figure? Because that is what it leaves for me to think. Because the minister said you will be paid 3 months rental, and our prime minister is saying to the landlords, have patience, pity on your tenants, we will give you 3 months rental fee. So it leaves me to wonder. It leaves us as a nation to wonder. When you see evidence like this surfacing up in the media, it leaves the people to wonder. Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Ali.
Go right ahead.
Calling from Flamita. Good show this evening. Good show. Keep up your good work.
Thank you, my dear. You know, viewers, we try our best to bring you the cries of the people. I try my best to assist you in any way possible. Anyway. And when you see things like these happening, and you're hearing people, human being in position, telling you A, and you didn't get A, you get B, it leaves us to wonder. So I was wondering where the next 2,500 went. Is there some kind of ratchet fee? Is there some kind of skull? Is there some kind of something? Or is something trying to save money from somebody? No, it leaves me to wonder. And I am definitely sure by this surfacing up in the media, it will leave Trinidad and Tobago wondering how many landlords collected only 2 months rent and not 3 months. While we have those in authority, keep on reminding us and keep on telling us, well, hey, we will pay you for 3 months. Don't fear. Have patience with your tenants. Because at the end of the day, the landlord still have bill, you know. He had to make sure the water run. He had to make sure electricity good. He had to make sure nothing happened to the doors. Because he still have maintenance. Caller, good night.
Good night, sir.
Go right ahead.
Saeed, you're talking about rent relief, right? The Prime Minister made an announcement that he paid VAT refunds. And you could do a little survey from businessmen, how much of them collected their VAT refunds. I still have VAT refunds outstanding, Saeed. Yeah, and they borrowed money to pay these VAT refunds. So where has all that money gone, Saeed? And that is crippling my business. I have to keep on borrowing money from the bank and extending loans and extending overdraft, and it's crippling my business all the time.
You are a businessman?
Yes, that's right.
And you did not collect your VAT?
I did not collect all my VAT refunds, Saeed.
Wow. Thank you for highlighting the matter, my friend. You see, viewers, when people call in with their problems, it could be highlighted. This is what the program is all about. This is what it's all about. So now, if they say they pay out X amount of dollars in VAT refund, and they use the COVID money, well then, where is the VAT that the businessmen paid? Where did that money go? And now, listen this. The Minister of Finance is telling the businessman now, you need to pay your VAT. You need to pay your tax, because this is the funds that we are gathering to pay the rental assistance and the salary grant. So all the money that came in for COVID-19, where did it go? It leaves us to wonder. It leaves us to wonder. We have the ministers, the health minister saying they paid between $100,000 to $200,000 for a drug. How much patient did receive that drugs to come up to that figure? How many patients? 1 minute, China donated mask. The next minute, we allocate $5 million to pay 4 masks. What the hell is really going on? Caller, good night.
Good night, Saeed.
Go right ahead.
The government have more than $200,000 from me in VAT. I collect $13,000 only.
13?
$13,000.
From 200,000?
Yeah, and when you have to pay VAT, and 3 days pass, you have to pay interest.
Correct.
But them have your money for you.
And them I pay no interest. Thank you, caller. So you see how people calling in and voicing their concern? This is real talk. This is real issue. This is a current issue that they are dealing with. So why pay VAT if we cannot get it back? Why? Why? That is why I said last night. You know, as I started to push the rape talk and the rape center, you see, they launched a unit one time. They launched a unit one time. They launched a hotline. They launched units. But I'm waiting to see which minister come to Tifa idea, or which organization come to Tifa idea. Watch me, I will stink up all you. Stink. Caller, good night.
Wait, say hello?
Go right ahead.
Hello?
Yes?
This is Saeed. Saeed.
Yes, you're live on Real Talk. Go right ahead. That's why I said if you take my idea, I'll stink you up. Because it have no politics in this. It have no allocating 1 million for a road and 100,000 spent. It is not that. When you fully pothole today and tomorrow you pass, a man bust a shock. In the same pothole you fix. Like I just always say, if you serve your community, if you serve your area in the proper way, you will always be elected to serve in a community or a constituency. Always. And as I always say, don't expect me on a platform. Nope, nope, nope. I know in that. I will support a government that is doing the correct thing, and I will support a government that is supporting the people. All I notice when I start pushing for something, all I notice those in authority, they start looking into it and start bringing in this and bringing in that and bringing in the next. Thank you very much. Because the interest that I am seeking is the interest of the public. Without asking for 1 cent. I didn't come to be a follower, you know. God didn't put me in this world to be a follower, you know. God didn't give me a spiritual gift to see about people to be a follower, you know. He created me to be a leader. And he created me to stand firm in what I believe in. That is why we don't fight race and religion. You can't come around me with race and religion. And the people who fight race and religion, you're yet to find yourself. You're yet to find yourself. So viewers, like I said, we are inviting you to contribute between $1,500 to $1,000. From $1,500 and over, we have a beautiful car to give away. Contribute. It's for a cause. I want the businessman. I want the women's league. I want the politicians to call me. I want to contribute towards it. It's 10 million we're raising. 10 million. Like I said, I have already provided the land. The land is there. I don't have to go and ask nobody. The land is there. Show up the land, guys. That is one thing I can say, the land there. It's in the Palmas area. It's boundary with Block 2. Look at there. It is there. All we are waiting is $10 million in figures. In dollars, whether it's TT or US. And we will start the project. So look at the beautiful landscape. Let me tell you something. When I bring in something to you, I bring in something to you very good. What landscape? Landscape, the video, the 3D. Yeah. When I bring something to you, I bring it beautiful. Now imagine leaving your house, as exiting your back door, and you're seeing this. Just imagine that. You're seeing this. If you're sick, it will raise your joy. If you're broken down, if your heart breaking too, it will mend back your heart. Because the surrounding, the scenery, it will build you, it will give you an inspiration to move on. Like I said, now viewers, it is pretty expensive, eh? It is pretty expensive. So that's what I said. This Rape Crisis Center, it will be the first center like this in Trinidad and Tobago. And I will not dispute that there is a Rape Crisis Center in Newtown, but it's a workshop. It is a workshop. You go in, you get your counseling, tra-la-la-la, you talk, and you exit the building, you jump in your car and you go home, back into your lonely room where the world collapsed around you again. When this center is finished, you could come in. Once you are a victim of rape, you could come in. You will have a room. You will spend the night. 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, as the case may be, to break you out of this dead zone you're in and rehabilitate you back into society. Some people just want to find out who pay any doctor, who pay any nurse, who buying food. You don't have to worry about that. I never tell you anything about that. All you have to do is make a $1,500 contribution and watch it happen. Watch it happen. So viewers, I'm asking of you to contribute. This is a big thing for Trinidad and Tobago. It's the first of its kind in the Caribbean. Just imagine you have a center like this in Trinidad, and we have government ministers coming in. We have ministers from outside coming into Trinidad and Tobago to come down to this center. We will be given world recognition as the first rape crisis rehabilitation center in Trinidad and Tobago. But I need your help. In order for we to reach on that level in the map, we need your help. You see, and this is not just coming from me. This is for the citizens also. How much promises politicians make going and coming, and they never get it? How much time we hear food price going down? How much time we hear gas price going down? Instead of going down, it's going up. The man say he laughing. Or is it one Tamandia riot? Or is it two Tamandia riot? Or is it three Tamandia riot? Thy ministers, them fighting for us, right? Them fighting for us. So viewers, I'm asking of you, make a contribution towards the center and watch it happen. Now, I'm going to tell you something. You could go ahead and plant a seed in it too, you know. Like I said, the Balusa man from Barapo, when he planted a seed into the food drive, he said, his wife said, Saeed, that seed grew into a tree. And they became successful through the COVID period. She said, we became successful in that period. Just imagine that. And they planted a seed with faith. When everything was locked down, they planted a seed in faith, and that tree grew. The COVID come like the desert, and they flourished in the desert. That is what the wife said. So now, viewers, when you plant the seed, or you contribute to Real Talk for the Rape Crisis Center, you're giving that contribution on behalf of your husband, your brother, on behalf of your wife, you're giving it on behalf of your sister, you're giving it on behalf of your daughter, you're giving it on behalf of your grandmother too. You know why? Because you never know if an incident like that could happen to them. So make a contribution. Make a contribution. So viewers, we are almost out of time for tonight. We have about 2 minutes left. Nevertheless, start late. So make a contribution. I'm asking. I am not asking for you all to plant a seed to keep Real Talk on the air. I've been on the air 2 years and months, and I'm proud to say I never had to ask anybody. I'm proud. You know why? That is to show many people who want to bad talk me and say, Saeed, you're this and you're that. It's to show you, while you bad talking me highly to the top of your voice, Saeed wicked. You know what God gonna say? Hear how easy God gonna say it, eh? This is my son in whom I am chosen to lead. Saeed wicked. He will be a leader among leaders. So viewers, illa rahmatura kale illa ze illa unta. If you believe in a seed, if you believe in a drive, if you believe in what I am doing, illa hanta baura illa hasinta illa. Drop a seed into the soil that will bring forth fruit in its season. That's what I just said in another language. Part Urdu, part Sanskrit. So viewers, it's rahmatura Allah. Be safe, enjoy the night until we meet again. Rahana Toba. Good night.